Secretary of State for advance sight of her statement. There's long been a debate in this place about whether it should be absolute or relative poverty that is measured, and I wish the Secretary of State would look at the work of the Social Metrics Commission in this regard. But regardless of the measure that we're talking about, this government is presiding over a trend of rising impoverishment. The child poverty rate before housing costs is up 400,000 in relative and 300,000 in absolute poverty in a year, taking it to the highest levels in almost 20 years before housing costs. After housing costs sees a stagnation in relative terms and a 200,000 rise in absolute terms. Severe poverty and material deprivation are both up 4 to 5% for all children. The Secretary of State must know that the impact policy, particularly social security policy, has on poverty levels. She spoke of the power of her department in this regard. When there is an investment, poverty levels drop, and when there are cuts to individuals, levels rise. And that is why ending the benefit freeze this year would have been the best place to start, to stop, in some cases, reverse the rising poverty trend. And she could have also lifted the two-child cap, which is cuts directed at children. It is impoverishing children. Why has she not done the right thing in these areas? The Secretary of State has taken some welcome steps. She has moved further than any of her 5 predecessors that I have dealt with, but I know she understands she must go further. And these figures should put a rocket under the discussions that she is having with the Chancellor ahead of the spending review. Work should be a route out of poverty, but it currently isn't. So what does she see? What does she see as being her key anti-poverty policy? What is her anti-poverty target for this next year, when we know that Brexit, whatever type of Brexit occurs, will harm family budgets and affect living standards?